What's up, y'all? Merry Christmas. Look at me, I have a floating head. No, it's funny, I got a really cool shirt for Christmas, and it says the best on it, and it has like the best guitar players' names up and down it. But it's the same color as my green screen. See, I got a floating head right now, look. Cool, huh? Well, I think it is. And that's the nerdiness in me. Anyways, special Christmas edition. I got like 15-20 minutes where I gotta go to my grandma's. I already did my other family the other day, so yeah, it's a Christmas day. Merry Christmas, everybody, and check it out. So anyways, I wanted to start with of course the only thing that's trading right now, which would be crypto. So we got some XRP action, right? So the other day it pierced that floor, right? So anybody who's been watching my channel knows that I said it would get below this. I drew this line. I said it would get below this because that is a safe support. I knew it at least drop below it, and the reason I said it was safe support is because if you look over here, you see how many times it touches it. If we actually, I mean, we'd have to really get into it. So you have 1, 2, 3. So you have basically 3 touches almost, and then you have a little bit lower, right? So this may have been your last bullish. What do you want to call it? I always forget my words, and I know exactly what they are. It's called an order block. Anyways, your bullish order block was probably somewhere in here in this little movement here. And let me see if I can find it, because this is one thing I haven't done yet actually, was look inside this and see if I can't find that bullish order block. So it would probably be your last down move, last big down move before your up move. It's right along this line basically. I mean, I guess you could say it's probably well, this is the hour. I'm looking at the hour too. If I get down to the 15-minute, I'm sure there's another one. So I'm gonna guess it's somewhere right in here, because it looks like there would also be a down move before it goes to the right, or before it goes up and to the right, I mean. Let's see if it gets to that point, or at least touches that point. Goes through it. Yep, okay, so there was lots of liquidity even below that. So that makes a lot more sense why it went so far underneath. Because everybody was thinking that was probably a safe spot. So, and I'm on XRP perp. I should probably end it, on the perpetual futures. It doesn't go back that far because there hasn't been that many futures. The futures haven't been going on that long for XRP. So that's why it stops at September. So if we actually go to the price XRP USD, and let me go to auto here and see if I can't see what we're looking at. See, there's that big spike down there. Let me get rid of all this. This is when looks like, okay, so we have equal highs here. I want to see where those 3 touches were, those equal lows. Actually, let me just draw a line right from the bottom of it. Oh, that didn't work. I hit hide instead of horizontal. Alright. Let me get rid of all these other lines, because none of these really matter anymore, because these are probably from months and months ago. Alright, so I got touching the bottom there. So it gets way past below through here. Further and further and further and further we go. So yeah, see, nobody thought I'd probably get this low. So we haven't got to that, what was it? I want to say it was, 0.21. Hasn't been that low in a long time. Who knows? I may be wasting your all's time trying to find this, because it could be a very, very long time ago. Oh, here we go. Why do I have these? All right, so here it was. Right there. There's your last down move for your big up move, and it never really rebalanced. Well, it kind of rebalanced, but evidently there was something in here that was drawing it toward it. Well, for one, of course, like I said, liquidity. There was so much liquidity underneath this that because it just went sideways forever. So there was so many people probably had their, you know, buy limit set right under here, right through here, right at this point, you know, things like that. I would say this is probably one of the lowest points it got before that. Yep. So of course spikes right there and gets to a spot that we haven't seen in the likes of a very, very long time. You know, I didn't even see what date that was. So I was back in the summer. July 27th was the last time it got that low. But it popped right back, and now I think people are afraid to buy. They're thinking it's going to probably drop below it, but I think this is a safe time to buy, to be honest. Just because, you know, we did have that kind of little bit of a run, and it drops back down, but when it drops back down, it rebalanced itself again, hit another order block, and now it's continuing on. It might get a little bit lower, but the lowest it would probably get would be one of these little guys right here. But I'm not so sure, because this is a pretty big, well, yeah, I would say probably somewhere around here. I would look for that. If you are going to set a buy limit right there, you know, make sure you're not risking too much. I would even risk, I would say probably below here. This is where I'd put my stop loss. Below this guy, or you can put it down here if you want. But I would think we are going to continue buying. I think with the level I'm looking at right now, though, is this one right here. It is the 0.3496 level. Right, so you have the big down move, then you have a big jerky up move, then you have a big down move again. So that start of that up move, or even I would say the volume of that up move, right? Because it does go down, right? Well, let me actually get in on like a 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, something like that. Find something a little bit more substantiative. Here we go. I would say even up here. Here we go. 3707. Because that is your last big push up, and then it does have a huge slam down, right? So it slams down. What does it do? It creates looks like we have a fair value gap right through here. Oops. There you go, fair value gap created. It doesn't have to fill this gap, although it looks like it kind of did. Looks like it bounced around a little bit, so it doesn't have to fill this gap. But if it does fill this gap, I would look for it to get to here before it starts dropping again. Now, the thing with this is, come on now, help me out here. We do have somewhat equal highs. They're not exactly equal highs, but they're somewhat equal highs right here. So that's the only thing that scares me about this, right? So if it's going to come up here, more than likely, if it doesn't reject automatically and it continues going up, it's going to get past this. It's probably going to get past this. So if you are going to put a sell limit on this. Let me look even further to the left and see what's over here. Let me put this right there. Okay, so just above that, not really accumulation, but a little bit of accumulation right through there. You do have those equal lows, so it blew past those. So here, actually, you have a fair value gap as well. From here to here. So it looks like we could see it pull even higher, possibly close that gap. And now I'm trying to find, yeah, it would probably be right here, because you have sideways, you have a little, I mean, there is a big push down, but it gets caught up, comes up, and then you have the push down to the fair value gap. So I wouldn't put a sell limit there. I would wait until it hits 4059, and that's where I would be looking to put a reversal. That's where I would be looking for a reversal in this market for XRP right now. Right now it's at 3100, so we got a while. And it looks like it's going down, so you could probably place a safe buy. Maybe a safe buy, I don't know. It's I don't know, it's looking a little bearish right there. You might have a liquidity pool underneath it. Do have this little area here looks interesting. So it does push up really quick, spikes down really quick, and that's your last push down before this big takeoff. So I would be looking for there for a buy, 0.2727. Yep, that would make sense because it is kind of, you know, below this bearish area, which means there would probably be like a liquidity pool right through here. Somebody had their, you know, their buy limit set there. It would probably push through that, right? Probably take out those stop losses that are probably set right there. Somebody might be trying to buy a little bit higher, might poke through that, and then move on up, and then looking to that. I think it was 4921. Was that where I was looking at for? Or no, 4059. I think 4059 would be the level, just because that is the push down. Let me flatten this out a little bit to see if there's. Yeah, because there's a gap there for sure. Comes up, still doesn't fill it. Equal highs. Yep, that's gonna be what I'm gonna think. Yeah. So personally, for me, here down to about here, and 4059. And then from there, I'm not for sure because I have to look at the price action on the way up. But then I would say maybe, I don't know. I really don't know just because I need to see the price action on the way up. But as far as I'm looking at as ahead of time, probably is going to look something like this. Push down to here, right? Around 2727. Push up 4059. And then we would see what happens after that. Actually might be here. So we do not have a balance on this at all. It looks like you got all this going sideways, and then here is actually, I really don't see an M, well, I don't see a gap. But you have this big push up before the push down, and you really don't have much of a balance coming back up to here. So you might be actually looking at something else. Sorry guys, I keep changing my mind because I keep seeing different things. 4817. 4817. I'm thinking that's where it will get to before we do have any kind of reversal, right? So still probably could push down a little bit before it gets back up. And then up to 4817. And then we'll see what happens after that. Anyways, just wanted to throw that out there, just because I've been looking at XRP lately. I'll probably be back later tonight, later this evening, not for sure. I got to go do family stuff, but I thought I'd make this really quick and share this with you guys, and hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, and love y'all. And just remember to wear your pants. Okay, thanks. Thanks. Any advice or information on this website is general advice only. It does not take into account your personal circumstances. Please do not trade or invest based solely on this information. By viewing any material or using the information within this site, you agree that it is general education material, and you will not hold any person or entity responsible for loss or damages resulting from the content or general advice provided here by Bodies and Wicks, its employees, directors, or fellow members. Futures, options, and spot currency trading have large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets, as well as Forex. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy, sell, trade futures, spot Forex, CFDs, options, or other financial products. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed in any material on this website. The past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results.